Hello and welcome to a new episode of our SAP Product Inspiration Series. Today we're exploring SAP Sales Cloud version 2, focusing on order capturing. And I'm not alone here today, but joined by our absolute expert in this topic, our product manager, Priyanka.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me here today. It's great to be a part of the series, Sven. I'm quite excited to talk about the order capturing in Sales Cloud V2. And I will also be showcasing some of the key innovations in a demo shortly.
Wonderful. Priyanka, to kick things off, can you please describe why SAP invests in order capturing, or sometimes also called order taking innovations, as part of SAP Sales Cloud version 2?
Yeah, happy to do so, Sven. When we look at sales as a process, there are various selling motions such as net new business, repeat business, and recurring business. From amongst these, isolating largely the repeat business, order taking helps address the repeat order scenarios in B2B, field sales, especially for sales engagements across industry segments such as CP, wholesale, life sciences, etc. For customer engagements, assisted and targeted fast order taking is crucial to ensure sales efficiency, and this fuels sales revenue growth as well. Our mission is to empower the sales representatives with intuitive and value-driven assistance to achieve this. We're transforming and revolutionizing the user journey with key focus on the selling experience and outcome.
Wow, exciting indeed. Can you please elaborate on some concrete scenarios offered with SAP Sales Cloud version 2 for order capturing?
Absolutely. To begin with, the order taking has been made faster, more intuitive, more insightful, enabling the sales rep and empowering them to make the right decisions in selling the right products, thereby driving increased sales revenue. What does that mean? Order entry screens itself are designed keeping in mind the user pattern, such as a key data set that gets entered in the beginning. Now, this can be collapsed and then provide the user with a very focused product entry experience, such that they can as well go ahead and tweak the pricing and so on. We have various ways to add products onto the order, which is tailor-made for the user persona, catering to whether it's the experienced sales representative versus a novice. Now, for example, an expert sales representative has been doing this for years and knows exactly the products by heart and can make use of, let's say, a mass product edition, which is via a keyboard tapping, they enter the products. And the validations then happen only once this is added onto the cart, making it very easy and fast for the sales rep. Now, we focused on information architecture, keeping in mind accessing the key data points and its related visual cues as well. Now, for example, the coloring of the pricing status and the requested date, which indicates whether, okay, is there an action that needs to be taken? Is the pricing in error? Or is the requested date in time, or is it beyond? So now this gives a good understanding to the sales rep as to what is the next action. Now, another such key feature is also the account buying history, which assesses all the past buying trend and patterns of this account and gives a very quick visual feedback of the revenue generated over a time period. Now, this gives an indication of the account performance and equips the sales rep with the needed information in positioning with the customer. Now, there is also periodic auto-saving of orders as drafts, which prevents data loss of order entry scenarios. What it means is if there is a communication failure, if there's an abrupt browser closure, the orders are getting saved as draft and all the data is intact and helps in providing a very good user experience. Now, at any point in time during the create experience, there is always an empty row provided on the product section, such that the user can punch in the product ID at any point in time without having to do an extra click of bringing in a new row. Now, this enhances the order creation experience. The native pricing ensures immediate price estimation and helps tracking a running total sans taxes, which will be brought in once the order simulation gets processed. The order simulation is the first step towards the order fulfillment and is tightly integrated with the SAP backend system. The ATP data brought in post-simulation enables the sales rep to provide a real-time confirmation to the customer on the delivery timelines. For a quick overview, if required, the sales rep can view the external S4 sales order by a simple click of the external ID that is provided on the order. As you must have seen the announcement in the last Sapphire, where we are now also leveraging business AI, enabling the sales rep to view the product proposals, giving them more insights on the product trends, and also the order simulation summary, where we leverage business AI to provide a concise snapshot of what products have been brought in as substitution, what products have come in as free goods, and what products have a bill of material explosion, and also a summary of the credit check related data on the customer. Lastly, to enable the sales rep to easily search for an order, the Worklist is equipped with quick filters and advanced filters to be able to get to the right order quickly. All these are targeted at empowering the sales rep to make the right decisions, take timely actions, and sell the right products and drive increased sales revenue.
Love it. And now for everyone who's joining us right now and on the journey toward S4HANA, how can they adopt these cutting-edge innovations in SAP Sales Cloud version 2 and take the most value out of it?
Customers can greatly benefit from the streamlined order capturing process of SAP Sales Cloud version 2. For the customers using SAP S4HANA or ECC today, we provide various iFlows as a part of the integration package via the SAP BTP integration suite. And now I'm excited to show you some of the highlights of the order capturing in a short demo.
Today, I'll be donning the hat of a sales representative to demonstrate the capabilities of sales order. Now, I've logged into my CRM system, which is Sales Cloud V2, and I'm at the home page. And right here at the home page, I have the quick links in which I have the ability to trigger the sales order creation. I quickly tap that and I'm in the create mode. I'm picking up the document type. I'm entering a certain description for me to be able to search for this later on. I add the account. Let's pick the right one. Yeah, this is the account for which I'm selling today. And I'm looking at, okay, the primary contacts is flown in, the ship to, bill to. I look at also the currency has come in, payment terms, Incoterms, everything has determined nicely. Now I will collapse this pane so that my focus can be on what is really important, adding products, tweaking the pricing. Now, though I've collapsed the left pane, I see that I'm very well within the context of the order. I know the account that I'm selling to and the value of the order and the status of the pricing. Now, these are all products that have come in as order proposal, making it much easier for me as a sales rep to know what is the relevant product that I need to sell. Now, there's a game-changing feature here where I see that there is a top row which is empty and ready for product entry. I quickly add a product. I pick something here. And the moment I do that, I'm again presented with an empty row. So this really helps me in not being able to go and click on a plus icon somewhere and add product each time. So this is very helpful. Now, another way to add products would be the search and add, wherein, of course, I can shortlist and I can look across all products that are valid for all the sales areas or specific to the sales area of this order. Now I pick this. Now, why do we have so many variants of adding a product? This is because it's tailor-made to each user persona. For example, if we look at this mass product edition, this is tailor-made for an experienced sales representative who knows all of the item codes or the product codes and is able to just punch that in just via key navigation and enters this right away. And here I'm presented with two options. I could keep adding the products to cart, or I could add it and view the cart immediately. For now, I'm going to choose add and view cart. So there we have it. Now, another way to add is also the product list. These are the listed products for this specific account. And I see that there is a nice indicator on each of the product IDs telling me that this is already in cart. The vertical blue strip here tells me that this product is already in cart. I can look at other product lists as well here. And now we see that there are some things which are not marked with that. Clearly gives me a visual identifier that this is not in the cart right now. Now let's go ahead and add some products. So I'm looking at IMC 7000. I've added a proposed quantity, and I want to know a sort of an indicative pricing for this. And for that, I have an ability to check that. And you see that for the product where there is a sales UM maintained, I am given an indicative pricing, which is the base price per UM. Now this looks good, and I'm going to add this to cart. Now you see that I have added it to cart, and I'm still in the same screen because this allows me to keep tweaking the product entry onto this. So this time I might add 12, and now I will go ahead and view the cart as well. All right, so now let's go into one of the products. Let's say I see that there's a net price getting calculated, which is also indicating me that there's also a net value getting calculated. At the top, I see net and gross value coming in nicely each time there is a tweak. This is all happening because of the native pricing engine that we have. And I look at all of the discounts. If I need, I could give a discount on this product right away. I will now go back into the main order and tweak some of the quantities. Maybe I will make this 111, and real time you'll see the price getting impacted immediately. Now, I'm just going to quickly close this window. Now you see that I was in the middle of the order creation, and I have now purposely closed it, but it happened that there's a communication failure and suddenly the order tab has closed or the browser has closed. Now with the auto saving capability of the order, every order entry is getting saved as a draft. So there's a periodic auto saving that kicks in the moment the order capture starts. I have picked the specific order that we were editing, and I've come in here. All of my data has been saved. As you see, the last one I made was the quantity change. Everything looks good. I'm gonna quickly review the parties below, and I will now save the order. Now, the first thing to notice is the order ID is something which is custom, and I have defined a number range with a specific prefix for the order ID, and that's how you see a PB172 coming up here, which is defined in the number range definition. Now, another thing that really takes my attention to is the graph that we see here for the account buying history. This gives me an indication of what sort of revenue has come in for across the past couple of days. Now, this is a plot on the last month. I could now choose to see the buying trend for the past 3 months or the past year, perhaps. This gives me a good indication of what sort of revenue has been flowing in due to this customer. Now, while in the product section, I can choose to add a row here in this manner, and I choose this product, and I could click on enter. Now we'll see that the minimum order quantity has been updated. So when there is no input from the user, the system always adds the minimum order quantity as the quantity on an item. Now we've seen the net value and gross value coming in. They are equal right now because the native pricing engine is sans taxes. And for taxes, we will be looking at the simulation in a short while. Now in the pricing section, I can add an overall discount. I could give about 10% discount, let's say. And we can quickly see that getting reflected here. Now I can add some notes. Let's add some customer facing notes right now. Okay. Done that. Now everything looks good, and I would like to take a look at the preview of the order. And here we have the preview. I'm just going to scroll and see if everything looks good. Yes, it's all fine. And I also have the notes coming in. And there's also an overall discount percentage that I entered that's coming in, which is 10%. And everything gets reflected nicely in the preview. Now this is good to go. So I'm ready to send the summary of this order to the customer. Now I click on the send summary, and I am presented with an email composer. I can choose the template if I need something specific, or this is default, and I look at the two is already nicely flowing in with the contact email, and the subject has already been auto-generated. The attachment is there, which is the PDF preview that we just saw has already been attached to this. And I'm just going to add a description and go ahead and send the email. Now, as soon as I send the email, I should be able to see this in the activities as a completed activity. There we have it. And we will also be able to see this in the timeline of the order, where all of the important events of the order gets captured. Now, I just realized that I have missed associating an opportunity to this. And so I go into the related entities quickly and associate one of the opportunities that I was working on as a related one. And I'm going to pick the right one and apply. I will see the related entities being listed here. Now this gets linked both ways. So opportunity as well will be listing this order as a related entity. Now I look at the document flow. I want to focus this and see if everything has flown in. I see that the opportunity that I just linked has come in. The email that I sent out earlier has also come in. This looks pretty good, and I'm reviewing everything else. And now that everything looks good, I don't really need to attach anything now, but if I were to, I could. I want to quickly make sure that the last conversation with the customer has been captured correctly in the order. And for that, I'm going to go into the account and just review the notes on it. I go into the account details. And yes, I see that what I had discussed, I have added. And I look at the key metrics, and I'm able to see, okay, what what are my active sales orders here. Now, what we saw in the sales order as account buying history is an indicative of all of the revenue that has already come in, because those are statistics on the completed orders. And currently what we see here in the key metrics is primarily focused on the active orders, which are open or in process and that need action on it and they have not yet completed. So this is the potential revenue that can come in, versus the account buying history is the revenue that has already come in. Now I see there are certain overdue orders. I can click on this and I'm directed to the sales order OWL page, wherein it comes in readily with the filters on the account, on the status, and I'm able to see what my open orders are that I need to act upon. I also have various filters that I could leverage to shortlist if I were to narrow down something. And I can also look at the various variants here. And if I want to further tweak the list, I can also look at the advanced filter. So maybe today I would look at something that was created in a past date, for example. I choose a range and I'm able to shortlist even further on what I need to act upon. There is an indicator here to tell me that the advanced filter is active. On each of the rows, I can now see that I could directly copy it. I could generate a PDF right from here. I could also create order trigger from here. And also if there is a need to delete multiple orders, I could also do that. With this, let's switch to the demo of order simulation. Now, to demonstrate the integrated capabilities of the captured order, I've switched into a different system that is connected to an SAP S system where all the order fulfillment gets handled. To begin with, I'm going into the sales order OWL. I've already prepared an order, which is something that I would use for copying to save time in data punching. So hitting copy, I will delete a product that I wouldn't want to use in this order, which is being order proposed. I'll make edits to the description so I could quickly look for it later on. I'm just going through all of the determinations to make sure that everything is flown in correctly. Now, once I've verified this, I go and save the order. Now, due to the native pricing engine, we see certain price data that's already coming in. We have 4 products that we've chosen of varying quantities here. And I will now quickly go ahead and simulate this order. Now, this is a synchronous call, which is calling into the S4 system, simulating the order and bringing in all of the data from the simulation. Let's expand the product view. So here what we see is for product ID belonging to item 10, we see that there is a sub-item that's come in as an inclusive pricing of free goods. And for item 20, we see a bill of material explosion has happened and there are 2 sub-items here. And for item 40, we see that there is an exclusive free goods that has come in as a sub-item. And for item 50, we see that the original product is different from the current product ID, which means that this has been substituted. Now, there is also ATP information that has come in for each of the items. And it looks like all of these items are on time. And if we'd like to see more details, we can click on this and see how many are on time. We see 9 quantity is on time, and we can look at the schedule lines here to see the requested date, the quantity, the confirmed date, and the confirmed quantity. We'll now go back. Now, looking into the net and the gross value of the prices, we see that the tax data has also flown in nicely. Now that everything looks good, let's try to transfer this order to progress this in the fulfillment process. Let's just quickly refresh that to see if the external ID comes in. And there we have it. Now, 33938 is the sales order ID that has been created on the S4 side, and which would then be the start point of all the fulfillment process thereon. I'll also just quickly show you that in the pricing section, we will see all of the specific price conditions nicely flowing in. Our 100 and NRAB, which is relevant for the free goods, have flown in as well, overall impacting the net value. Thank you for watching this video and hope this has been helpful to you.
Welcome to the world of SAP Intelligent CX. Our comprehensive suite of applications seamlessly integrates front-end and back-end systems, providing a unified and streamlined approach to managing customer interactions. We incorporate artificial intelligence that allows your team to work smarter and faster, and our industry-tailored use cases and partner ecosystem empowers organizations to deliver extraordinary experiences, build lasting relationships, and drive sustainable growth. Our composable SAP Customer Experience Suite enables leading brands to understand and protect customer data, increase lifetime value with personalized journeys, close more business faster, drive consistently profitable commerce outcomes, and deliver automated and agent-assisted service. Learn how you can deliver extraordinary customer experiences. Visit sap.com/cx.